back.
Yeah, you got that all set up.
We got it started.
We got it started. Tom's been working real hard.
Yeah?
Oh, geez, I remember these. My father had a pair of these. I absolutely hated them. Cut and hurt and pulled my hair.
Dad, why don't you sit down there? Can he sit in that chair?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Absolutely.
That's an old low blind chair.
Oh, I
It's
know
from
that
Low
well.
Line.
Oh, yes, that's good.
So how do you like seeing this chair here?
Looks good.
You gonna be able to give us some haircuts here?
So maybe I can get Rick to help me lift this thing up because we want to put it out here. I think this needs to be more in the center though.
Did you ever think what was in your shop was going to end up in a museum?
Donald brought the little kids seat.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Look at that.
That will actually, it sits, you can put it wherever you want, but it sits either way for a smaller kid or flip it over for a bigger kid.
Gotcha. Oh, and then this is the.
This is we actually have the seat for
Henry,
it.
Lori's gonna ask him some questions and just keep it on the tape so she can do it.
Hi, I'm
And to
Lori.
be honest with you, I'm not
Good,
sure
nice
how
to
it
meet
works.
you.
So
Well, it looks
maybe
like there's a pin.
that goes in like this, I would think.
That's weird. And then there must be a pin.
Yep, and there's a little seat that goes on
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that's great. So we'll have to get a pin for it.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
No.
What does that do?
There's a seat so the barber can sit down.
Oh.
You could actually
I got
swivel.
the seat in that one box.
Yeah.
Hi, sir, I'm Lori.
Hey, how you doing, Lord? Nice to meet you. I'm Emery's son, Rick.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Oh, I love this.
That's the strap.
And here's where you hook it on.
Yeah, that's the original. That's the original one.
I think we could make extra money giving haircuts.
We're going.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the
That
plan.
used a straight razor to shave.
Now this is the
Yeah.
this is the seat. This is the original leather that was
Wow.
originally on that.
So this goes on here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now they never used it to the best of my knowledge, did you, Dad?
I never did use it.
Yeah. But that swivel's actually
The whole way
all the
around.
way around.
Oh, look at that. So you can position yourself wherever
Yeah.
you need to be. That's great.
That's so neat.
He gave you some bottles that are old and they have the original stuff in them.
Cooking dandruff remover.
Now,
Look at that.
Koken's the one that makes the chair.
Uh-huh.
So great.
And he can tell you really what some of these things are. These things are. I guess they sat like
Might have
this.
sat like
That's
that.
a-
Wow.
And then he did send some other.
This really does take me back because my father had one of these and he always wanted to cut my brother's and my hair. And we hated it. Absolutely hated it. And so we would plead for him to take us to Stan's barber shop and they had a chair just like that.
Well, there's a whetstone. That's for the razor blades. I told Dad you probably can't use all of the stuff, but whatever you can
Well-
use.
The nice thing is some of them,
Oh.
you just
Look
put
at
out
that.
at different times.
Yeah, that's the talc that they use to
Mm-hmm.
brush you off, and that still actually has
Talc in it.
talc in it. These were the rolls. You might as well have these. Those are the
Oh, look at
head
that.
rolls.
Head.
Oh,
There's the head roll.
excellent.
That's for keeping it sanitary.
It's around your neck.
Yeah, no, you put it here.
Yeah, and it comes.
Oh,
in.
right, for your head.
It's like the
Right.
dentist office.
Yeah.
He just sent these off. These were old ashtrays that were down there. Yeah, I don't know whether you want those or not. But
Gotta smoke.
You have cigars?
I think they all smoked when they were getting their hair cut.
Sure.
Now this was a neat item. This is a This hung on the wall, I mean, they still have them, but you take a number, and I actually have an old roll that was in there, that I'll bring you a couple of
Excellent.
them.
Look at that.
That's great.
When you walked in the door, you would pick a
Yeah.
number. And here's just.
The ideal check system for Tiffin, Ohio. Wow.
This is a hair, actually there is still a little bit in there. That's a hair tonic compound. whatever
Eau
that
de
means.
quinine. Put a little gin with that, and you got a nice gin and tonic.
Yeah, what was the quinine for?
And I'm not, that was just in the mix there. We like the labels are pretty cool.
Wild root.
And this is,
Dandruff?
that's his
Oh, wow.
original brush, which you can see is kinda, I'm not even sure what that is, Dad.
That's the scratch your head, but.
Oh, okay, that's a head scratcher.
It's great. Well, I've got something for you here. You know what this
That
is?
might be what, this is the wax that they used to put on the flat
It's
tops.
an eyeball massage.
Oh,
Yeah, this right
yes,
here.
right,
Yeah,
right.
You put it on your eyeballs and then you just,
And you turn that
you
little
turn
knob.
this little thing and it massages your eyeballs.
Oh, this, turn that little knob around, it massages your eyeball.
Never heard tell it.
prom,
You
I
didn't
don't know what
probably
that
even
is.
need.
For
no,
hair
you needed
grooming?
your eyeballs massaged.
No.
Like a pomade. Huh?
Yeah,
Pomade, that's exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
This is
I
great.
used to use pomade when I had a haircut when I had hair. I don't do it anymore.
No wonder you don't have hair.
Yeah, that's-
These are the, I do have some, these are what you were talking about
These
going
things.
around your neck.
Yeah.
I do have a roll of these too. You would take them out and then you'd put it around your neck and then they put the apron.
Right, right.
I'll tell you what, I got one other box that we just picked out before we came when we went out and get
This
it.
is great.
And just take one of these back, just leave one for the chair. One of the next strip.
One of the next strips, just take. Keep
What
it.
we're gonna do is, I think what we're gonna do is put the mirror up here.
Yeah.
And the mirror is too big, but it's, and it broke, the mirror broke in transit. So we're gonna have it cut down and framed and put up there. And then there's gonna be a glass shelf below it. And then over here, we're also gonna have another glass shelf. And so we can put these artifacts and these things on the glass shelves. And then I'd like to have, you know, maybe some signage up here or something like that if we had, you don't have any
I
little
have
signs, do you?
I have a sign I had up, if you want it.
We
Does
have,
it say Emory's Barber Shop or?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
well, it's not an old, I mean, it's 30 years old, but it looks brand new.
Qualifies.
Okay, all right.
No,
These are still extremely sharp, so these are razor
straight razors.
Straight
just
razors,
for-
yeah.
For doing,
necks
shaves.
and shaves. And
Just
I'm
like
not
yours.
sure,
On those blades, they'll rust.
yeah,
Yeah,
but they're still very,
still very sharp.
very sharp.
Mr. Jung,
I like the little
New
one.
York. Jung.
Couple of those are real old.
Carl?
Oh, this was made in Germany.
Yeah.
Mr. Jung from Germany made this.
This is, I didn't know. Anybody have an idea what that is? I mean, just out.
It's a curry comb.
No?
Something in the
If
back.
you flip it over, you'll see what it is. It's on the handle.
A flat top comb, oh yeah.
Yeah, but it even comes with its own,
Even had
there's a
level.
level.
Oh, look at that. For the
Wow.
absolute
That's neat.
flattest top possible. That is great.
Here's another white stone for you.
A flat top comb, I love
These are some of the original scissors used.
Wow.
And these are these are thinning shears.
These are still sharp.
Yeah, they're all pretty sharp there. And he sent a couple electric
razors.
I think this is your original one, Dad, from '59, this one?
Yeah.
That's when most guys had the butch and they just,
Yeah.
yeah. We have a couple, we should have brought a apron.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a clip for the apron, so.
Oh, that's good. It's an
Mhm,
apron
mhm,
clip, all
mhm.
right, we need,
And here's another, that's a German blade there.
yeah, that's very interesting, they're all imported.
And then here's a couple other combs. We just thought, this is how I can remember being in here. I mean, I don't know how the big one went in this tray here. And then the blades, I can remember the blades being like this, the clippers.
Wow.
And here's another set that he sent. This is I think the
That's
date's
a
on,
little trimmer.
it's '59, I think.
All bright.
He has some other things, I just didn't know.
That's pomade?
Yeah.
Oh, look for well-groomed hair. It's what we really want.
After you get set up, I mean, I don't know if you would need anything else. He does have some other things that we looked at to bring, and I just thought
Yeah.
this may be.
I'll bring another set of clippers.
This is wonderful.
I bet the-
This is really gonna be a lot of fun.
We didn't.
Now,
Give it to Tom.
where
Do
did
you
you
get
go
it?
to barber
The
school
picture?
somewhere?
I didn't get to him yet.
But you have it to give to him.
Riggs
Or
Lamar.
do I have it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Rick
Send it to
Lamar.
you.
Yeah.
I,
No? Let me go check.
I know that name. What year did you go to barber school?
Wow.
1959.
Wow.
We moved here in October of '59, and he started November, I think November the 1st, and finished up the next year.
You went for a year to barber school?
Yeah, just about 10 months.
And they showed you all of the different ways
Oh, yeah.
to
Well, they
cut?
had to have so many hours, was it
Doing
2,000 hours, Dad, of cutting hair? Or,
1800.
and that was for the
was
cutting hair? Or,
That's about 1800.
and that was a really nice union sign, but I think my brother ended up
Has
taking that, yeah.
Or if you have like a sign that has a price list on it or something
Yeah, how
like
much,
that, that would be
how much
fun to
things
have.
cost.
He does have that, but, well, that dates back to the early '60s. And the prices are all marked out and then wrote beside of them when they went up in price.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Anything like that would be great.
And we do have his, we'd like to take a photo of his original license that you had to hang, so that
Sure.
the state people would know that you're licensed.
Well, anything like that, I can scan it in and then, you know, you can, I don't need the original. I can scan it all in and print it out.
Yeah, because they had to hang right behind the barber, so if
Right.
they came in, you knew that he was licensed.
Right,
with the
right.
state.
So anything like that would be great. Do you want to help me move this
Sure.
sink onto here? The guy who's working on this, he left it here yesterday afternoon because he was the only one here. He
Okay.
needed somebody to help.
Yeah, it just, it actually sits flush on there and.
Is that all it is?
That's it. And there's a little screw that'll go right in there just to hold it.
I think we got it right.
I think so. I do have the,
It goes over.
Dad, I found, this one?
I guess it's in
I got the original, I found the chain and the plunger for this too, Dad. The chain that went on this and the stopper.
there. For the sink?
I actually have the original one for it, so.
I think I have one.
Yeah, I have one down there I found.
And then this would
It actually,
would lean
is,
back. I guess we aren't gonna have room for that.
yeah,
Well,
but that's how it was set up.
Right.
I don't think we're gonna give haircuts. Or maybe.
But that works. So we can swivel it enough. Maybe we could put this just on the corner. I love this thing, oh, that's great. Now, this seems to just sit in here.
Well, yeah,
without any-
that pin's gotta be put in so it doesn't
Yeah.
fall out though.
What is it, just a cotter pin?
Just a little, or a nail, if you even had a little nail so it doesn't.
Oh, it's
fall
just a
and break
straight
the
through.
Porcelain, yeah,
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, I've never seen that on there before. That's pretty cool.
Now, you basically pump it up,
Right.
okay? And then you let it down.
Yeah,
And then,
that, if you pull back, it locks it, as you know, and then you figured out how the back goes backwards.
Just pull up on the handle and then the back goes,
Yeah.
the back will lay back.
but this, it doesn't lock. Can you lock this,
Oh,
can you
yeah.
stop
Oh,
it
yeah.
from swiveling?
Yeah. Let me see if I
Hello?
can. You guys saw it go back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's actually the lock right there.
Right.
Actually,
It's gotta, the handle's gotta be pushed down.
Looks so great.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. We didn't, it needs to
Yeah, that would be really cool.
screwed on.
Oh, that,
somehow.
your
I haven't done that.
base, whoever made that, that's really nice.
He's brought
We're gonna do a little article for the newsletter on you. So Lori's gonna ask.
Students,
How many?
48.
48 students.
And what year was that?
Pardon?
What year was that?
1959.
Where was it located?
Let's see. 39 East, South, North Main, Akron,
Oh, in Akron.
yeah.
And you got your, how long did you go to school for before you could get your license?
About 9 months, 1,800 hours.
Did you learn to do anything with women's hair, or was it only
No.
men's hair?
We did. I think they do now, though.
So it was just men's hair?
Yeah. Started out in the back room, shaving some of the old bums that come in.
How did you feel when you went to work in the barber shop and you got your first customer?
I didn't hardly know what to do.
Do you remember who your first customer was?
Yeah. It's a little man who wanted to shave.
Did you give him a shave?
Yeah.
Was your hand shaking?
Well, I got along pretty good with it.
What did the shave cost?
I think $2 maybe, or $1.50, I think. When I started, haircuts was $1.50.
Were you working for somebody?
Yeah.
Who were you working for?
I started out in Akron, worked for a fellow by the name of Shin. He just had a shop, had two chairs.
But
He
this,
hired
now
me to
show
work
again
somewhat
how-
with him.
I never did see how.
When did you decide to go out on your own?
How do I unlock it?
Oh, I worked for Murphy for 25 years. Walter Murphy,
And then it'll,
Where was that located?
I see.
in Kent.
But when it's in that position.
when the handle is
I
pushed down.
spent the most of my time right there in Kent.
It'll
Then
lock.
I gotcha, okay.
How many permanent customers did you have that would come every month? Do you remember?
Oh, I had quite
Now,
a
what
few.
we're
I
thinking
don't know
about
how
doing,
many, but
painting this, we're gonna,
some of them
see this
come,
railing, see this picture rail? We're gonna complete
come
that
every
around
2
that
weeks.
box.
Do you remember them by name?
This area
No,
below the
no.
light, and put it
What was your
under,
favorite thing about cutting hair in
glass
Kent?
shelves.
Was it different than when you were in Akron? Were there differences and things that you liked better about being here versus there?
No, about the same, yeah.
How do you feel about now having to stop? I know you said that you stopped because you injured your arm.
I fell and broke some ribs, broke a rib, and that just really set me back. That's why I quit.
If you hadn't broken ribs, you'd still be there cutting
I'd
hair.
probably be there, or been there for a while anyway.
Where did you live in Kent when you had your business?
Where'd I live?
Yeah.
On Cuyahoga Street.
Oh, right up the street from us. We live on Carthage.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. That's a real old street.
Yeah.
When people come in and they see this display, this exhibit of your store, what do you hope they take away from it? That they know about what you did when you were here?
Well, I tried to get him a good haircut. Or satisfy them.
You ever have anyone that was ever really unhappy with the haircut?
Well, that happened now and then, but not very often.
How'd you handle screaming kids?
Hard.
Did you keep them down in their seats?
Yeah. Their mothers or their dad would hold them. It's hard to work on them.
I'll bet.
Did
Yeah.
you give them a lollipop or something when they were done?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's passing of an era here in Kent. Things have moved on, and so we have this nice display here.
Yeah.
I'll just take some pictures of it.
Did you ever cut anyone's hair who was a famous person or an official or
No, not really.
no?
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for contributing all of this stuff to us. Really appreciate it.
Anyone's hair who was a famous person or an official or
Oh, at least 25 years.
okay.
What year did you buy it?
1988.
Was it more difficult running your own shop than just working for someone? Did you have to learn?
Yeah.
Bookkeeping?
A little bit more, yeah.
How many people worked for you?
No.
You were just all by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Had
thought,
4 chairs.
Wow.